Greetings and thank you for joining the weekly meditation of Calgary Mindfulness, where every Sunday morning we meditate for 15 minutes on a different topic, often suggested by our practicing community. If you would like to join these meditations live, or if you would like to attend in-person meditations around the Calgary area during the summer months, please email calgarymindfulness@gmail.com. I hope you enjoy this practice and wishing you a wonderful week. Good morning. Thank you for joining me today. I'd like to sit in practice in honor of Remembrance Day. I have Remembrance Day commitments around the city with young musicians, and it's just a great time to reflect upon how our thoughts can help bring peace to the planet. So today we'll be doing a loving kindness kind of peace meditation. I invite you to sit in your mindful body, assuming a position that's strong and straight, but easy. And just noticing where your feet connect to the ground or floor. And sending our awareness up our legs, through the knees, up through the thighs. And just stopping to give extra awareness to any body parts that we may find are sore. Sending our awareness up through the hips and to the belly, allowing the abdomen to relax. Let everything hang out. And take a deep breath in. And release. And let's do that a couple times, focusing our awareness on the belly and the breath. Noticing the rise and fall of the torso and the expansion and relaxation of the belly. And just noticing how much tension we tend to store there. So let's really relax the belly. You can put a couple hands on it and give it a nice little rub if you like. And as we continue to breathe in and out, just nourishing the belly with our awareness, focusing on the breath, reminding ourselves that we have a lot of neurons in our intestines. It's like a second brain. So we need to caretake for that part of our body. And just relaxing the belly, reminding our bodies that we are safe. And sending our awareness up into the heart. Taking several deep breaths in the heart. Inhaling and exhaling. Reminding ourselves that the electrical patterns of our heart can be monitored from a long distance away. I think I read something, it's like, many feet when one is sitting in loving kindness meditation, that our heart electricity waves propagate. And how awesome that is. That is a hidden superpower that we really want to nourish. How wonderful it is just walking through Costco knowing that if we are in a loving kindness meditation while we're shopping, we are giving that to everyone around us, literally, physically. And of course, the converse is true. Our anger and the anger of others affects us. And we know that from observation. If someone is off and they walk into a room, it brings the room down, right? So all of the things that we have known intuitively are now observable with science. And just sitting with the heart, allowing our loving kindness to spread through our own bodies, to visualize it spreading through our room of practice to the loved ones that might still be sleeping in our house, to strangers on the street, pets, animals, trees, wildlife. Allow the gentle and kind and subtle wave of our loving kindness to absorb, envelop, and pass through everything it meets. It'll pass through trees, through rocks, so it can pass through the hardest heart and mind. And just enjoying the wonderful gift of that, how awesome that is to know. Let's send our awareness up towards the shoulders and neck, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the neck, relaxing the face, relaxing the teeth and the jaw and the mouth. Inhaling deeply and exhaling audibly. Let's do that a few more times. And let's add a nice mantra or saying to that to help focus our thoughts. As we inhale, we can tell ourselves, I have peace and love to share. And as we exhale, we tell ourselves, and I give it away freely, and I never run out. I have peace and love to share. I give it away freely. I never run out. I have infinite peace and love to share. And the more I give away, the more I have to share. And let's sit with this breath and intention for a few more breaths. As we send out our loving kindness, observing in the body how wonderful and uplifting it feels to be a servant of people in this invisible and important way. To give so freely something we have so abundantly if we allow it. And through the next couple days, through Remembrance Day, committing to come back to this place of abundance and ease and love, feeling ourselves full of the capacity for loving kindness and sharing it with the world, knowing that it's true, that science shows us it's true. Many of us can know that it's true without science, but sometimes science helps. Makes a nice picture, hey, of the heart beating and spreading its waves. It's pretty cool. Committing to come back to this place when we are feeling like we've been upset, off ground, not aligned with the Holy Spirit within, the inner being, the power of loving kindness, the power of God. Our true identity is the image of God. However we want to phrase that important concept, use the terminology that works well for you. Using this meditation to realign us with that incredible power of spirit. And as we sit in practice, calling to mind the many millennia of people that have died in war, of loved ones left behind to grieve, and how easy it is to perpetuate this cycle. How meaningless and empty all of our promises of never again have been. And how much a part of human nature that is. Let's sit in compassionate contemplation of our nature, where we are easily provoked to hate people, to other people, to the point where we can do them harm. And just, notice in practice, notice the ease that we can hate each other. We can hate ourselves for being warlike. We can feel despair and discouragement with people. Many young people in my circle do feel this despair in human nature. And so that's a problem. Adults, we will need to nourish our young ones' faith in human nature, in our power to make change from the inside out. And let's just sit with that thought and intention for a moment that our own ability to be aware of our thoughts of unkindness towards others doesn't mean we have to be a doormat. Just we're looking for awareness of when we can easily despise others for being in our way, for cutting us off in traffic, for not doing what we want. And so we make our happiness and our ability to be peaceful conditional upon the behavior of others. And how unsteady is that? We give away our power. We give away all of it. And in meditation is our opportunity to reclaim that power and to train that discipline. And so we are aligning with that power of love and kindness today. Gandhi had a favorite part of Jesus' teachings. It was the Sermon on the Mount. He said he read it every day. And that is just a wonderful way to understand that many traditions share this tremendous commitment to loving kindness. So I wanted to read you a passage from Matthew 5:22 in the Sermon on the Mount, where Jesus talks about it's not enough to not do violence against people. We want to transform our hearts. And so he says, I tell you that anyone who is angry with a brother or sister will be subject to judgment. Anyone who says to a brother or sister, raka, and that's the Aramaic word for idiot or fool, is answerable to the court. And anyone who says, you fool, will be in danger. I don't know which translation that is, but I just wanted to pull that out. The important part of that is the message to really transform our hearts. That is what many spiritual paths are after. That is what Gandhi was after. That is what Jesus was after. And so we have these guides. Let's listen. Where in our hearts are we holding on to anger, victimization, blame? How can we separate our injustices and trauma that we've experienced from this so that we can give our highest and best to bring peace to this world, to bring peace to our minds, to help regulate the hearts and minds of our children and children within our influence? so that they can have hope in humanity and human nature. So we have a big job, and we can start in meditation. Isn't that wonderful? We have a real easy starting point and a very powerful starting point. I invite you to take up this mantle over the week, and I look forward to hearing from you as always in message or email. And wishing you an excellent week, an excellent Remembrance Day. Um, Perhaps you're able to guide your loved ones in a similar meditation on this Remembrance Day. Thank you for joining with me today. Have a great week.